Gather round, listeners, for three tales spun from the threads of real-life sleepover nightmares. These aren't campfire stories. These are true accounts, sent in by those who lived them. Our first story comes from Sarah, who learned that some houses hold secrets best left undisturbed. My best friend Emily lived in an old Victorian house. It was beautiful but creepy. One night during a sleepover, we decided to explore the attic, Sarah recalled. We found a trunk filled with old dolls. Emily picked one up and it started to sing a lullaby. The lullaby was unsettling, Sarah said. We heard a noise. A rocking chair started rocking by itself, Sarah added. Let's get out of here, Emily shouted, scared. They ran downstairs, but the lullaby followed them. It grew louder as they reached Emily's bedroom. We huddled together, terrified. The singing stopped right outside the door, Sarah said. They never went back to the attic. And to this day, Sarah swears she occasionally hears that lullaby. Our next tale comes from Mark, who had a sleepover camping trip turn into an encounter with something unnatural. We were about 14, camping in the woods behind my friend Chris's house. Late at night, we were telling scary stories around the campfire when we heard something, Mark remembered. It sounded like branches breaking, but it was moving fast. Too fast for an animal, Mark said. We shined our flashlights toward the sound. We saw two red eyes, high above the ground. It was watching us, Mark described. What is that? Chris asked, scared. I don't know, but I don't like it, Mark replied nervously. The eyes blinked and then vanished. Then we heard it running. It sounded huge. We ran back to Chris's house and didn't stop until we were inside, Mark recounted. Mark and his friends never camped in those woods again. They still wonder what they saw that night. Our final story comes from Jessica, who encountered a chilling presence during a Ouija board session. It was middle school. Sleepovers weren't complete without a Ouija board. We thought it was a game, until one night it wasn't, Jessica explained. We asked the board if anyone was there. The planchette started moving, spelling out a name. Malachi, Jessica recalled. We asked Malachi what he wanted. The planchette moved to you, Jessica said. Suddenly, the lights flickered and the temperature dropped. We tried to stop, but the planchette wouldn't budge. It was like something was holding it down, Jessica described. The room plunged into darkness. What's going on? One friend panicked. I'm scared, another friend said, terrified. We screamed and pulled our hands away. The planchette flew across the room and shattered against the wall. Jessica concluded. They never touched a Ouija board again. Jessica still gets chills thinking about Malachi. So, next time you're at a sleepover, remember these stories. You never know what secrets lurk in the shadows, or what might be listening in the dark. But wait, there's a little more to tell. A tale that we almost forgot, yet unforgettable for those who lived it. Annie and her cousins, spending a weekend at their grandmother's house, played a forgotten tape they found in the attic. We pressed play, and a voice began to speak. It was crackly, old, sounded like it was coming through from a different time, Annie said. The voice kept repeating a message we couldn't understand. But it was eerie, and it felt like it was directed at us, Annie added. Why does it feel like it's watching us? One cousin asked, uneasy. It's just a tape, right? Another cousin replied, nervous. As the message looped, a shadow moved across the floor, and the room filled with an inexplicable chill. We tried to stop the tape, but it wouldn't stop. The buttons were stuck, and the voice kept speaking, Annie described. The lights flickered, illuminating the shadows, and for a moment they thought they saw a face. Did you see that too? Annie panicked. Yeah, we need to get out of here, one cousin said, scared. They fled, and the tape finally stopped on its own, leaving the message forever a mystery. So, friends, these tales are mere whispers of what lurks in the ordinary shadows of a sleepover. Dare to explore them, and who knows what stories you'll add to our collection.